been the case.
It's interesting. Pinnacle not really believing in those stats. It's pretty close. It's very close in terms of the odds. Again, I'm a non-believer. I mean, the sample size is pretty small, 6 maps, so I'll take that with a pinch of salt. Now, Gen.G will be going towards the B-bomb side, it looks like. I was going to question the P250s. Again, we've got Kusa facing with a Glock. Why not? He could kill someone with a P250 from there.
Yeah, this is kind of an interesting choice for him to be on the Glock there, but he gets a lot of info for his team. He knows that there should be one player in lower. I think Gen.G is going to get snuffed out in just a second here, but there's a nice setup actually between him and Fur. Doesn't seem to matter too much. Yes, he's able to still get one. Som finding the kill though.
Yep, Fur can fall back now. You never know when he's going to re-emerge. More flash support. That's been really solid. First, starting off as he means to go on. 4 versus 1 now as Kusta is alone with that crappy Glock.
Yeah, and just in the lower tunnels, he's got to do a lot of work, but nope, Fur is going to continue his reign on that lower tunnels, and he finds 3 on the round. Hot start for the best performer for MIBR thus far.
Why is the guy spotting mid with a Glock instead of a P250? I'm going to raise this every single pistol round until everyone has a P250. He got shot in the head as well. And maybe he could have returned the favor if he had the right weapon for the job, but no, he's ill-equipped from the beginning. Yeah, and disappointed.
Yeah, definitely not the best weapon to be firing down mid with. I mean, if he has a P250, he might have continued that fight a little bit longer, but now it's just going to be on Glocks for Gen.G. Looks like they're going to be exercising that pack mentality, and yeah, this is the pretty standard play for most teams, but Fallen, he's actually going to get overrun pretty quickly. He just had a P2K. Fur's here to try to clean up, and he's going to find 3 instantly.
Of course he gets 3 at once. In No Man's Land versus the numbers of the T side, you think maybe they could drop a rifle here, but not when it's Fur.
Just Daps here. Not long for this world. Mayron on the flank, or no, that's Gen.G there. But a pretty clean round from MIBR. Only losing Fallen, and he only just had, I think, a P2K in armor, so he's going to be able to equip a glass cannon op if he so chooses. Looks like that's going to be the case. Able to get a flashbang, and I'm interested to see on this first gun round where MIBR decide to take the fight to Gen.G. I'm going to guess long control.
Won't have long to find out. 4-man investment from MIBR towards the A-long area, so we're going to see a big challenge here. 2 players making their way through the doors. I guess that's to stop the rotation in towards blue, because I was never going to hit the doors themselves. Gen.G taken out early. Bentet will get traded eventually. Automatic running out of bullets. There's some flashbang support here from Mayer. And of course, Fur is here as well. Punished for the tracers as MIBR continue to try to hold on to the long position. And Gen.G are forced away. Maybe the round will be won and lost on long with 5 players taken out across the board. Yeah, 2 remaining on Gen.G as they swing towards the B-bomb site.
It's just going to be Taco here. He's going to elect to go into tunnels. A really smart decision given that he is only operating with that MP9. Now that he has tunnels, this retake is going to be a little bit easier for MIBR. They have so much control, but there's still a smoke on Som. Looks like he's going to dump that by the door. So now just 2 angles for the Gen.G players to watch.
Taco's got all the utility, but he's in a tunnel, which really makes things harder. Molly under the window could be very useful, but especially the HE as well. Taking their sweet time about this, as MIBR often do on the retakes. Trying to find an angle for the HE. He can't get the Molly there. Taco's taken out now, and this bomb is so far taken. Not through the choke points just yet. Looks like they may lose everything. Fallen's surely going to be hunted here by Somu. Just keeps him close to the bomb site, but Fallen will take him out eventually. And hold on to the AWP at least. No K-bar, let's not forget. Everybody's lost in the chase. That's crazy. MIBR lost that one after holding on to long position and taking 3 Gen.G players out.
Yeah, really good adjustment from Gen.G there. They couldn't get the control on long, but they knew how much MIBR committed towards that side of the map, and that B was likely going to be the most vulnerable spot. Taco, he just couldn't get enough done by tunnels, and Gen.G, nice shots, admittedly, from Kusa to win that fight against Taco. And
yeah, that was worst case scenario for Taco in the apps, actually.
Yeah.
The balls, MP9, so he's got the worst range, all utility as well. But we have an aggressive play through mid-doors from MIBR. They're playing like it's a pistol round, making their way to lower tunnel as Gen.G continues to show presence. He's hoping they haven't noticed that Mayon's taken out in that cap position, peeking alone after the initial aggression. Yeah. That won't quite work out for them.
Strange fight from MIBR. It's like they weren't satisfied with how good at long they did, so they decided to try something completely different, but not the most pragmatic approach, perhaps. Gen.G, though, going to be taking a duel against Daps. And wow, Daps actually winning that one.
Dirty angle Daps. Has to make a new name for him. Got Fallen now. He's in a lot of trouble, but he won't be for long as he's been eliminated. Fur now This is one of the more bizarre rounds I have seen on CT side, does too. And it's hard to defend on the CT side for the most part. We have seen some kind of lopsided rounds in favor of the CT side, but they are an anomaly, I would say, at present. That was very unorthodox. Not only the three-man peek in mid, which yielded no results, but Mayen's late peek alone after. His teammates had kind of stopped. They gave up the choke points, or fighting from them at the very least.
Yeah, it didn't seem like the most connected fight across the board for MIBR. Gen.G, though, they're going to be happy to take that advantage, and you can see that their buy here is really strong compared to that of MIBR, who are pretty much forced to a deco. Automatic, going to be checking the cross. Does spot, or I mean, we spot too, but
we have X-ray.
Yeah, Gen.G aren't going to be aware of what to take just yet, so it's going to be a slower default from them. Daps.
Man, like Daps.
Yeah.
Where's he getting this from? He's on the steroids.
Yeah, he's just like a few of the players in our community. So, wow, Daps continuing. And we might have to get some blood work on this guy because he is overperforming thus far in this game, but Fur is going to put a stop to him. Some Olympic regulations are being exercised on him.
Very nice, very nice. The Desert Eagle Blaze. Got grenades over the top, which will tell a story. Ventet's taking that. Now distractions being run. They'll focus on Taco by double stack, but Fallen's here as well. But another 1D. They're starting to swing, but there's a crossfire for the TTs. Oh my god! Okay, report. Everybody needs to get reported for this round. This is ridiculous now. Kusta's in a 1 versus 2. Really awkward if he falls off the top. Has he got the 180? He's got no idea where the last player is. Smartly leaves the bomb site, actually, so he's limiting where he can be peeked from. He has no idea where Fur is. By the window is where Fur is. There he is. And Kusta will just about save the round. That got mad hairy, though.
Yeah, those were some nice shots between Fallen and Taco. That one through the wall at Cubby was insane.
I don't know if he ever saw... Maybe he saw like his hand or something. It's hard to tell with the X-ray outline sometimes.
Yeah, Fallen looks really fast this game already. The way Sam was jiggle peeking at B doors just a couple rounds ago, and the way that he was able to take out that player there, it seems like Fallen is just faster than you'd ever see him lately.
In the last 2 games for MIBR, I feel that I commentated, I feel like the snipers on MIBR have had a cold start. Last time it was Gen.G, second last time it was Fallen. But maybe they spent some extra time warming up today because they're looking pretty sharp from the get-go.
Yeah, they have been. Gen.G, not quite the start that we're looking for from him just yet, but regardless, going into this round, Automatic finds an opening pick. Something that I haven't seen a lot from him. In fact, it seems like so far this game it's been a lot of Sam and Daps. But it's going to be a slower round. Ventet just waiting. Easy kill on Fallen there. Nice position. And Gen.G, they're just looking to not throw this one. They're just going to slow the round down, wait for MIBR to keep making mistakes.
Ooh,
but
he baited him and everything.
Yeah.
He ran away. He gave him the clues, man. He followed the breadcrumbs. And he got the bread. There's a minute on the clock, however. Gen.G is spread out. They can protect the weapon, which is pretty important. You don't want to give up a rifle if you can avoid it without taking reasonable risks. Now, Gen.G don't want to overplay their hand in terms of the time remaining. I don't know where they could dispose. Oh, on the box they could throw it. There we go. Nice angles, Observer. And with good time, they'll head towards the bomb site. 39 seconds. All 3 together, actually. We've still got Daps lurking. But at this point, I think alone you're risking dropping the rifle here. Just push the site together and you're all good. We've got stereo frags for MIBR. And now we've got some real problems. 27 seconds. And again, Daps was lurking, which means he's dropped a rifle, which is why I don't like plays in this kind of situation. We've got a 2 versus 2 with a rifle on ecoing players. And I would imagine they might go for this.
Yeah, it depends on this kill between Fur and Automatic, but Tim's already holding the angle, so this should be a free kill. We'll see if he hits the shot. Mayern, good entry route right there. Allows Fur to get a little bit of damage on Tim, but will Fur find the kill? There's a smoke there on the corner, and Fur is able to find him. It's down to a 1v1 situation. Sam holding a nice angle. Actually, he's going to be tucked in there at Elevator. Fur's trying to survey the area to find out where Sam may be. But Sam, he got the better of Fur there. Great play from him. Good timing peek. And he's able to secure the op as well. But man, these rounds are close.
Yeah, I know, but do they need to be that close? Like, why do you need to lurk in mid-doors with a rifle? Because if more than one person comes your way, there's a fair chance you're going to get traded and lose a rifle, which means that you are creating a potential for a retake. If you could take the A bomb site together at that point, then I think you have the range to defend their bomb site together, and there's less concern than lurking versus an eco in rounds such as that, especially when they blasted you with deagles the last time. That's my opinion anyway. To see those things go wrong way too many times. Fallen off to a roaring start, an aggressive play up Cat. MIBR looking to try and take control of this on the CT side. Seen some mishaps in mid, but on that occasion, they've done pretty well.
Yeah, they're just going to be going for a cat control against Gen.G's long take here. We'll see how this plays out. Usually teams like Gen.G are going to want to leave Tim in the pit here and then fall back and try to reclaim some map control elsewhere. But it looks like Gen.G might just stay with this long approach. We can see Kusta is still moving up to the corner, and Bentet's just kind of watching the flank. Daps slowly making his way back, and this round has slowed to a crawl.
It often does when a T side takes long. They'll bide their time, hang out for a little bit. Now, there are 2 mollies on the T side. They might throw one towards Gandalf, or maybe towards the short plant where CTs can hide behind the box. They've got 2 smokes as well. No one to challenge Mayan and MIBR in that short position. So indeed, things do often slow down here, but there's going to be a big fight on the A bomb site, especially with the time that is remaining. MIBR have to be expected. Now, Mayan's holding on to an incendiary, so we may see MIBR play the clock and try to thwart Gen.G from planting the bomb on the bomb site itself. Fallen moving to the low ground. There is a gap in that smoke. Now, is Mayan... They're going to plant for free. Mayan's got the molly to delay things. Look at the time on the clock. They could have really used that here. That's coming way too late now.
Yeah, now Gen.G are in a pretty good setup. They don't have any more utility, though, and MIBR has a wealth of it, but Automatic probably needed to hit that shot because he's getting flushed out of his position. Good Molotov from Fur. Another one to get Kust off of his angle as well, and this is looking clinical from MIBR, just taking all of them down one by one. Such great nade work, and it's just left up to Daps. He's got his work cut out for him. He's able to find one, but only one. Taco, great headshot from range there. And MIBR, it looks scary how easily they let Gen.G onto that bomb site, but they definitely had some retake procedures in mind, and those Molotovs did a lot of work to upset the positions Gen.G chose.
So many of them on the low ground as well, but they had, I think, 2 players on Cat, which most certainly helped. Gen.G got deleted after planting that bomb, absolutely deleted. Despite planting the bomb, they'll find themselves on pistols. There's a flash for Daps, the team heading towards long. They'll have to wait out the initial grenade zone and just play the numbers game, the war of attrition. I think Gen.G have reacted to the takeoff log by MIBR, sending some up towards Cat. So there's a fair chance they will have Cat control or Cat presence, and here comes the push attempted. But of course, Fur will delete, as he has done round after round thus far. 13 for 5 already. That's the kind of Fur you want to see.
Oh. Odd misses from Fallen there. It's allowing Sam a lot of space, but... Oh, Sam is actually able to take advantage, taking Fallen's head right off. Daps, he knows there's going to be a rotation from B eventually, but K&G is ready for that lurk. Sam now in a 1v4. It'd be nice if he gets a couple kills here. He's been hitting some nice shots so far, but Fur has been hitting even more of those. And he's going to find 4 kills on the round. Fur already in 8 rounds, 14 kills. That is some impressive firepower coming out from MIBR's main star.
So I'm not allowed to get anywhere close to, or close enough to that AWP. It was exposed on a ramp. Otherwise, things could have been very, very interesting. Maybe Daps could have played a little slower. Automatic
on a scout, though. That's not the buy you're looking for here. It's a little surprising he doesn't maybe just go for a Galil or something, but I guess they trust him, and they should. He's been a pretty solid player for them thus far at this tournament. Not always the flashiest opper, but he's usually in the right place at the right time.
Aggression again from MIBR. Will there be a boost on the corner? Or will they just hold their position? You can see Mayan playing anti-flash. Fur will do the same. You can expect a cat take to come in eventually. Now, long as being completely abandoned. No grenades there. Might be telling for Gen.G. Will there be a Molotov for the short area? They've only got 2 mollies on the team, so maybe they'll try to conserve their utility. There's that scout from Automatic. He's confident in landing those headshots.
Yeah, there's going to be a big fight here towards Catwalk. The molly comes out. Can expect to see a flash probably, but no, not quite. Mayern gets flushed out of his position. Sam is going to be happy with that kill, and so is Gen.G. They're actually going to push off of Catwalk, going mid to B. And Fur, he's just making a hero play here, but he finds no one on the other side of the smoke.
But maybe he'll find someone soon. Daps is lurking, and he's heard these footsteps, it seems like. Moving back into the corner, but Fur will win the duel. Taco trying to buy time on the B bomb site. Again, a Krieg on B. So dangerous in the hands of the CT. The flashbang support is here. Absolutely brutal. How on earth have they turned that around? A 4K from Taco. Simple teamwork with the flash over the top. A Krieg on the B bomb site will cause you A lot of problems.
Yeah, that was such a nice round from Taco. The first 2 kills were completely unassisted. He just found those on his own. But yeah, the flash coming in also made the last 2 just easy work for Taco. And I'm really surprised that MIBR were not able to convert this. Just a heroic effort here from Taco, as you can see on this replay.
Flash deep enough to take to brighten up the receptors on that tunnel player as well. And Gen.G are on pistols once again. Gen.G looking over the smoke. He's got rifle support through the mid doors, which is always useful when teams are trying to overwhelm you. Feels more nervous sniping in the doors these days than it used to. Speak of the devil. Here comes Gen.G.
Oh, Kusto. Nice shot from him. Just Taco again. He's going to have to come up with something similarly heroic if he wants to hold down this B bomb site, but he's got a great angle and a Krieg. I expect he's going to be doing quite well. And he's already able to find Ben Tet, pulls out the USP, looking for Som, and there it goes. Taco once again having a great anchor hold on Gen.G, kind of overextending there towards middle, but it didn't seem to matter at all. Just Taco, he's been a rock on this B bomb site thus far.
One of those players who will never get the ratings he deserves.
If he plays like that, I expect a good rating out of him in this map at least. But yeah, T-side, they don't really structure it all around him. But Taco, I've actually been very impressed with his mechanics lately. He's been hitting some really nice shots. It feels like every time he has a deagle, he finds a kill.
It's one of those plays in the thankless task job. MIBR with some nice momentum on Dust 2. Again, can't take too much stock in those percentages with such a small sample size. And I just refuse to believe MIBR are that bad in general on Dust 2 as their stats would suggest with 6 maps played. But maybe now is the time to turn things around. Maybe this has been a masterstroke. Will there be a spray? No.
I'm surprised at the lack of sprays we've seen through that double doors when people throw that right-click smoke, actually.
Yeah. A few teams are like running away after throwing it because they're afraid of being sprayed. But not enough people are being punished for it. I mean, they are immediately in front of that door. Yeah. So it's like a direct hit.
Yeah, it should be.
Wanted one.
Fallen, though, with a great hit on the automatic there. Good Molly support there from Mayern as well is going to keep those Gen.G players back. And, man, Gen.G, it feels like they're just getting completely shut out of this round. They have no control anywhere but Catwalk.
They were waiting for that, it looks like.
Yeah. It was a good backup from Gen.G, and now here comes the Cat Exec. It's going to be up to Fallen and Fur, actually, to try to defend this. And wow, these flashes are somehow keeping Fur alive. Definitely one player from Gen.G would have spotted him otherwise, but he's only able to find one on Som. Bentet with the trade.
There's only one flash on the A-bomb site here for MIBR on the long, which needs to be sprayed by Fallen faster than he will get it, unfortunately. Tycho trying to help as well. Kusta caught off. Awkward angle for him in that engagement. Man in the pit with a Krieg. There's nowhere for Bentet to go. He's got all of 6 HP. No sound cues to peek Taco either. Gen.G starts to make his way. He's got to make a forward play here. He can't just sit and wait for these 3 guys to swarm on him. Oh, he was teased. He was denied, though. Ice cream on the floor.
Yeah, just ruining his day. And great stuff from MIBR there. Good hold, good opening pick as well. It feels like everything is going according to plan for them. And Gen.G, I mean, it was a good Cat Exec and all, and they even got the pick onto Fallen, but they just couldn't set up after that. Kusta getting taken down by Taco. So that's going to be a pause for Gen.G, and I think it's a pretty good pause because they've been shut out of these last 5 rounds pretty heartily. Yeah,
MIBR are most certainly in control, testing the waters, it seems, with the hyper-aggressive attempts we saw early on in the half, and now they've just managed to find a good middle ground where it has yielded them 5 rounds in a row now. That's a rare bomb plant we saw there from Gen.G towards the end, but they've been in such bad positions post-plant in terms of, not physically, but what MIBR have been doing with these retakes. It's been quite devastating, which is great to see from the point of view of MIBR, because obviously they're a team which have come under a lot of criticism over, I feel like, the last few years with the underperformances we've seen since the glory days. So this is promising, especially with their stats. What's not promising is being knifed in CT spawn by your teammates. Fur now on 70.
Yeah, but Fur, I don't think he's even going to worry too much about that because we see him pushing right up mid. This is not something you'd see from a player that's damaged usually, but it is Fur after all. And Fallen, he's going to be set up for a few kills. He gets the tag on automatic. That's a great nade that's going to slow down these players, but Kusta somehow able to take down Fur. Wonder if he had that 30 extra points of HP, would he still be alive right now? But 4v4 situation. But Gen.G, they don't have a lot to work with.
Can they get that rifle? I wonder if they'll try. Daps is creeping around T-spawn at present, so he might have a go. Maybe he'll emerge late. There are still 2 smokes for Gen.G. They could put a lurk smoke towards the B-bomb site. Well, there's a lot of things they could do. We'll see what they choose to do. Numbers being kept together, sharing warmth in the B halls as Dap starts to creep, try and make his way, but indeed Fallen is looking pretty fast at the moment, be it the Deagle, be it the AWP.
Yeah, and that's going to force Gen.G's hand towards that B-bomb site. They probably wanted to go for a split before that. But again, Taco with the Krieg, I mean, he's been such a monster at this bomb site. I just can't see Kusta and Bentet getting through this, but we'll see how it plays out in just a second. Good flashes to get them into the bomb site. Now Fallen has come to support, but Taco, he's still here and he's still finding headshots, and that's going to be 2 kills for him, once again shutting down that bomb site.
I like those plays from Taco behind Big Box where he's not overexposing himself. He's allowing his teammates to hold the angle, so if someone comes to his right, he should be covered when his teammates are close enough, and just taking the angle on the left where they don't seem to be focusing on that position just yet. Eventually, he may have to change, but there's only 3 rounds left in the half. 6 rounds in a row now for MIBR. I feel like we've seen so many pistol rounds from Gen.G recently, but now they've gone a full buy once again. All scopes for the T side of Gen.G, 4 Kriegs and AWP. Maximum utility. Fallen and K&G on the sniper rifles.
Yeah, this finally seems like a round where Gen.G should be able to enact their entire game plan in a round. Probably going to be going for, yeah, it seems like it's going to be a cat control once again, but how are they going to use that? Are they going to fake off of it, or are they going to just go for the full cat exec with full strength? It seems like we got Bentet on the lurk towards long, but Fallen now is going to miss the shot. It's been so fast so far this game. Would have been a nice pick for him and his team, but he has to now fall off the angle, and he's going to be posted up at Car.
If they were to push A, MIBR would be in a bad spot right now for rotating into position. There's such little utility for MIBR here as well. Fallen's got 1 flash, which maybe they make a play with, as it seems that Fur is approaching Cat, but Fallen doesn't have the greatest angle with which to... He's repositioning, actually. We may see... Here we go. Here's the pop flash. Oh, he deserved that second kill. What happened there? Som down to 15 HP. Got some information. Didn't see the bomb, though, which was around the corner. And now Taco's starting to wonder if it's B.
Yeah, it looks like Gen.G, though, they're just going to be happy with their cat exec here. Going to be using one of their last... or all their last smokes on that. It's just going to be the full hit coming out. Fallen is going to be set up for some kills here. He's going to find the first on Som, thinning the offense. Bentet's able to get the kill on a Marin, and a great support position from Automatic there is going to stop the re-peek from Fallen. So this is going to be up to Taco and K&G. I'd have to assume that they're going to look for something quick, but if they don't find it, I can't see them really committing to this retake here. We'll see what K&G is able to find as he tries to make his way up Catwalk, but Automatic is already holding this position. It's going to be a hard fight.
If they consider their... Oh, well, wow. That's going to tell you everything you need to know. The round is over. I like that MIBR went for that. They realized the situation they were in, lack of utility and so on, and they tried to make the best play, forward play to take the game away. I think Fer was super unlucky not to get that second kill on Cat. Who knows how that changes things, because the next guy around the corner's got the bomb. Does he face and risk losing the bomb, or do Gen.G fall back and they're left in an awkward position? We'll never know, because the frag didn't come through. They traded, and Gen.G have now won the round. MIBR can fall by for this round. They'll look to take 2, as will Gen.G. Finally winning a round.
Still good money, though, on both sides. So, again, it's going to be a round of just complete game plans facing off against each other. Gen.G was able to get the better of MIBR. They're denying a lot of info, forcing the hand of MIBR towards Catwalk. It was a good flash. It was a good shot. And, man, it felt like Fer was raw, but that's just what you have to do when you get pushed back all that way. It's just, you just have to make those forward aggressive plays. And sometimes they just don't go as planned. Gen.G getting a little lucky in that last round, but credit to them for taking away so much space. And K&G holding for the boost here towards the lower. It's not going to come his way. And it looks like a pretty heavy A-side defense from MIBR. They really think that Gen.G is just going to be going for this A-bomb site once again. We'll see how it plays out. Still a lot of time on the clock here.
There's no one in the B-bomb site right now. MIBR making some hard reads. Taco, will he avoid the flashbangs? Molly behind the door will be a warning.
This is a really unusual off angle. They're going to try to pop flash through. Taco shouldn't actually get blind, and he'll still be able to hold this. So I expect him to be able to at least get one. We'll see if Gen.G are able to trade that frag out when they do eventually come towards him. No action towards Catwalk is going to initiate things. And Taco, yeah, he's just going to be holding that off angle, and he doesn't actually get blind, but he's not able to hit the spray onto Bentet. Good shooting from Bentet. Haven't seen too much action from him thus far. And now MIBR, they are getting cornered from every side of the map. But oh, Fur versus Kusta right here. Kusta just waiting in the smoke. Does Fur know? He does, but he actually lets fall and die, as a matter of fact. Mayern's able to take down Bentet. Som with the quick trade. Now it's just Fur in a 1v2. If there was anyone to do this, it would be him. He's looking for the first fight. Takes down Automatic. Now it's just Som and Fur in the 1v1. And oh, Som playing around that smoke perfectly is able to catch Fur off. Fur just barely couldn't see him, it seems like.
Very quick decisions from Som, going for the elimination rather than the bomb, which he would be expected to go for. I think Fur was looking for that over the smoke. And no man's land, though. Som made the right decision there instantly. Such a young lad. He's got the game sense. That was a super awkward fight on long, and the information wasn't enough for MIBR. It's got a reasonable buy for this last round with what they saved 2 rounds ago. MP9 and FAMAS for Taco and Mayern respectively. Bentet will make his way out towards long. We'll see if MIBR want to go for this with some flashes. There is a swing. That's a long way, though, towards the end of that smoke from Mayern, and Bentet takes him out for free.
Yeah, good aggressive play from Bentet. Would love to see a lot more from that. And Taco, he's going to be playing close to this smoke. And oh, the Gen.G players are in it with him. He's able to find one, but Som again with the trade. He's been on top of those trades all game. And that's going to be the B bomb site relinquished. But no, Fallen, he actually still wants to have a say in this matter, but Som is still able to find the kill there. Now Gen.G is just on an island in the middle of the map. He's able to find the lurking Bentet, but this is going to be an incredibly hard retake unless Fur uses all this utility perfectly along with Gen.G. It looks like Gen.G might get their 7th round, but we'll see how it plays out.
That smoke will actually, well, if Fur can get this kill onto Daps, who's creeping in the halls, then that might have helped him use his utility. Once again, the utility is in the wrong place. Mollies and so on with the tunnel player, and Gen.G is in an impossible situation at this point. Should be an instant trade. He gets one, though. There is an eventual trade from Som. So it will be 7 rounds for Gen.G at half-time. A nice string of rounds from MIBR in the middle, but a late comeback from Gen.G keeps it very competitive. We're going to head towards half-time. It's break time. When we're back, it'll be the second half, so stay tuned. We'll be back here shortly. we are back. Considering Daps is playing from Canada and he's got like 80 ping, it was a pretty solid start from him.
Yeah, and I think he actually called pretty well. Once his team got full utility there, they started enacting their game plans. They started getting cat control. I'm surprised that the game is this close, given how much the scoreboard seems to favor, in terms of kills, the MIBR side.
Yeah. However, all the more reason not to lurk with a rifle versus a deco. If you've got 80 ping, not going to help. Now, we've got a P250 on Fallen, so I'm a happy chappy. Taco's the one going to get taken up. Mayan's got to trade this. Automatic will continue with the one taps, and Fallen's going to pop some, carrying the bomb no less. High risk, but he's confident.
Yeah, great shot from him. Ben-Tet, he's going to be challenged in middle, it seems like, by Fallen, or maybe he's just going to take the fight to him. No, seems like Fallen might be dodging it. A mid to B smoke comes out.
He's showing the bomb as well.
Still utility on the side of MIBR. Not exactly sure what they're going to do with it just yet. Maybe a lurk smoke from Fur, but no. Gen.G on the other side of the map. It looks like MIBR, they're just looking for a fight somewhere, some free 1v1, and try to find an opening on this map. Fallen does spot Kusa, but not going to be gifted the fight.
I feel like Fallen's very aware that he's taking these peeks and showing the bomb. I think ideally he wanted to show the bomb to the guy who was mid, which I don't think happens. To suggest a mid to B and try and draw people out of position, but it is a pistol after all. Just got to land the headshots. Got some pre-fire. Oh my god, isn't it so satisfying? Buy the P250s on a pistol.
Yeah, that cannot happen with a Glock. And Fallen taking full advantage of the gun leaves Daps and Ben-Tet in a tough retake here.
Fur's got all the sound cues in the world. His teammates are positioning for a double peek. They're lining up. Oh my god, it's just so dirty. It's so dirty.
Oh, I thought he got the first
one.
Yeah, I thought he got the first one too, but still finding the second in a way that a Glock just couldn't.
So good.
Man, MIBR, they had a nice game plan on that pistol there. 2 sets of utility, kind of just spreading out the defense thin for Gen.G. Even though they had only 3 players alive, they made it look so easy to get onto that A site.
Double scout for Gen.G in response. The full spies are here. Ben-Tet will buy down as well. So some teams will... Oh god, Som gets off to a cracking start. Alright, no time to talk about anything. Fur has a solid flashbang from Taco. Daps gets executed. Sees Ben-Tet jiggling now. Ben-Tet trying to bait him into his teammates. Double peek from the car and close. Mayan swings, but he's ready for Ben-Tet. That leaves the scouts remaining. A hopeful HE could do some more damage there. Automatic and no man's land, leaving Som alone.
Yeah, an ambitious reposition from Automatic there. Just leaving Som, and there's smokes up for MIBR, or they could place them if they so desire. And that should probably secure the bomb plant and the round. They'd have to really hand this to Som, but not going to happen. Still a great shot from Som to start things off, but Gen.G, they're just not able to convert at that long position, just getting taken out by the quick shots from Fur and Mayern, both doing a great job there. Now Som, he's actually getting hunted, and Taco, he doesn't want to even let him save that scout. So now Gen.G, they're going to be forced onto USPs. Interested to see what Daps decides to call, but this is going to be that Som shot. And
what?
Wow.
I didn't even see Gen.G.
He had maybe 1 frame of seeing him, and he was able to... Wow, that is some crazy muscle memory.
All I saw was empty.
Yeah, that was a nuts shot from Som. We'll see if that's able to convert into some nice pistol shots here, because really they're going to have to find a lot of headshots. Gen.G, that is, if they want to do anything in this round.
Heading towards maximum loss bonus, of course. Gen.G smoke in mid, and they'll make their way up cat. No flashes, just bodies that must swing. That is quite the flashbang. Fallen won't be too blind, but it'll be a simple clean-up. Simple enough. There we go, on to the next one. Not much to say. It's an eco. The ecoing guys lost.
Yeah, so we'll finally see what the clash is on the map for the first gun round. Seems like it's tended to be long between these teams. A little bit of cat fighting, with the exception of MIBR weirdly swinging outdoors early on in that first half. But they don't have the best spawn, MIBR, that is, for long. So we'll see if they still decide to go for that, or are they going to go for a slower cat take. Nope, they're still going to force the issue towards long. And Gen.G is going to be there with supporting nades for their players. Fur just gets out, but the flashes took him a long time to die, but he still does fall by the hand of Ben-Tet. Oh no! Doesn't seem to matter, thankfully, for the Gen.G side.
Man, they really prioritize the big rifles over the utility, safe for the long take. Gen.G. 2 AWPs, of course. 2 Orbs and Kusta doesn't have either of them. Well, at least, like, you know, if on the CT side defending B, fair enough. Kusta will be on long, so all is fine there. As much as I'd like to see him snipe. Got lurk smokes being put up by MIBR. 2-1-2 set up for Gen.G as they start to, as MIBR start to creep out double doors.
And Ben, I'm not sure if he's going to be aware of this, but now that he hears Gen.G's op shot, Taco, he's going to go for the swing. He saw the barrel from Bentet's gun. He's just going to take advantage of that. But there's still players from Gen.G in this B bomb site. Som and Daps are going to have to hold this. They've had trouble so far in this tournament. We'll see if they're able to lock it down. Daps doing good work on the Taco, just leaving Som. Ooh!
No transfer. So Kusta's in a 1 versus 2. They know where he is. He's picked up a rifle and he's dead. Just like that, MIBR. 12-7 in a strong position on Dust 2. Again, they've got terrible statistics, but at some point those stats are going to change. And maybe this is the beginning. 4 rounds in a row on their T side. They've won both pistols as well. So they're in a pretty good position.
It was a really gutsy play from MIBR in that last round. Just kind of dry walking out mid with 2 of them. And it paid off. It really caught off Bentet. And now MIBR, they might have a chance to run away with this game here. If they're able to keep all their players alive, or at least 3 of them, they're going to start building that economy, basically going to secure, if they win this round, pretty much buys for the rest of this game.
This must be a nervous time now for Gen.G. Probably thought Dust 2 was going to be free, but it's anything but.
You just can't underestimate the MIBR players, even though they might not have had the particularly strongest game plan. We've seen a few kind of wonky setups and ideas coming out from them, but I mean, when Fur and Taco and Fallen are all playing and just hitting the shots that you know them to hit, it's really hard to break these defenses.
23 for 14 is Fur at present. Looking for 24 with a huge off angle outside long doors. Kusta trying to play the shadow advantage, but I don't think he'll get peeked anytime soon. There is a big rotation through T-Spawn actually while this is happening, so we'll see if Som is picked off. But in the meantime, there's a short push. Bentet is blind now permanently. There's Som on the flank. He's got a rifle to collect, but it's only Som and Daps now versus 4 of MIBR. Going for the safe plant. Sometimes called bad plant because it's the worst in terms of where you defend it from.
But it doesn't look like they're going to have to do too much defense here. Daps will probably look for 1 here. In fact, saving his armor and CZ wouldn't even be all too bad, but Som, he's just going to run away with that AK. He's happy to get that. MIBR, though, going to be up 13-7, and yeah, they kept 4 players alive. We can already see the money for them is really building up here, and man, it's going to be really tough. Gen.G are going to have to string a few rounds together in a row if they want to break this MIBR economy, given the result of this round.
CT side Dust 2 is pretty hard, but we have seen some miracles this week. See if Gen.G are able to turn their fortunes around. It's a great start for MIBR, a confident start. But they've got to finish in such a style, and that's not guaranteed. They have won every round thus far in this half, but doesn't mean it will continue that way. 2 AWPs coming out for Gen.G once again. Kusta will be given the AK-47, presumably the extra firepower to hold long alone, if that's where he'll go once again.
And they're going to trade the hands of the players with the op. Daps and Som seem like they're just kind of going between the 2 for who's going to hold it at B here. Mayron's going to get stopped at long, and Som, he's actually able to make that op work. Finds an opening pick onto Fallen, supported by the flash from Daps.
I was wondering, actually, all ping with high ping, it can't be a good thing. Actually, what do you think?
It's actually not as bad. I played normally with around 100 ping to central servers, and
do you think you'd be better off rifling though versus AWPing, or which one do you think's more suitable?
Well, I had to kind of build my way into MDL by opping because the sprays on high ping are really hard to control.
Okay.
And when people are moving around as you're spraying, it's really hard to track people. I started liking rifling later, and but that's just because I built my first bullet accuracy. The spray is really hard with high ping. Opping, you just have to hit that 1 shot, and it's not actually that hard unless people are just air strafing around you and going
that ocean ping.
Yeah.
50 seconds. MIBR are reduced to 3. They have 1 smoke. It looks like they want to try and get a pick first if they can. But nothing's being given for free in the mid position. Molly by the door. some delay tactics from Gen.G. Now, they've got to be careful about that door because the CTs from A can look over that smoke if they head to CT spawn. Som is in maybe a one-and-done spot.
It's a tough position to get a multi-frag from, and he's just going to get instantly traded. So a tricky situation for Gen.G here still, because even though it's a 3v2, they don't have any utility to work with. And Taco, he's still got a Molotov if he wants to place that on the bomb or just to isolate an angle. We'll see how this retake comes out.
They risk losing everything. Straight up peeks to try and retake the B bomb site. I feel like they're going to their doom. They don't have a kit. Oh no, Benta does have a kit actually. They're waiting. They're just hoping for a rotation here. But when it doesn't come in, surely it's going to get
Benta lagged out. I think Benta lagged out. Yeah. So they're gonna. So Tim's gonna have to try to recover this op. This is just such an unfortunate round for him to time out like this. It was gonna be a hard retake anyways, but man, you really got to think if he came in and just got that opening kill on Closet there, would that retake have happened? And
that's horrible.
Yeah, it's just one of the most important rounds of the game to lose your player like that. It's such a struggle, and regardless though, good round from Taco. Once again, but this is going to be a tech pause coming out, it looks like, for the Gen.G side. They got to figure out what's going on with Bentet there.
PC froze, apparently.
Yeah, okay. All right, PC froze.
That sucks. We had a lot of blue screens on one day,
yeah.
Which was unfortunate. But
there was a Windows update.
Yeah. Even my PC, I went to my PC and it had just frozen overnight despite being locked with nothing open. But there we go. That's Windows for you. 14-7 for MIBR. That's a difficult spot for Gen.G where they lost things that maybe they didn't need to. They will be buying those, so perhaps it's not the worst thing in the world. But Dust 2 kind of looks like a non-starter for them. Again, they haven't won a single round in this half thus far, so that round, I mean, it sucks because MIBR are on 14 now, but I don't think they were winning that round most of the time. Anyway, that was a really hard prospect for a retake.
Yeah, I don't really like Gen.G's pick here because, I mean, it's easy to say this in hindsight now, seeing what's happening, but recalling the last time Gen.G played at Flashpoint, they had a really tough time on Dust 2, and Som and Daps in particular at that B bomb site, it feels like they just don't have the setups or strategy or wherewithal to know exactly how to respond to all the plays that come at them at times. You could see when Taco was anchoring B, just how good he was at actually just kind of playing around his teammates, and it was kind of, I think it was Gen.G's T side that probably propelled them to the last victory they had on it. But this CT side, it leaves a lot to be desired. You're not really seeing pushes and tunnels from Som and Daps. It seems like they usually want to play a more passive setup on around the site, just kind of like both of them at corners of the bomb site, and they want to play some kind of crossfire off that. But one good flashbang is going to neutralize the guy in the tunnel side corner every time. So it's been really tough for them to try to put a really solid defense together. They even found some opening picks in the last round. It was a 5v3 as a matter of fact, and they still weren't able to close it out with just all three MIBR players coming up from the B or the middle side.
Looking at the head-to-heads, the only map Gen.G have beaten MIBR on is Dust 2 16-8, so perhaps they got some confidence there. The thing is, all the maps they lost, Inferno, Mirage, Vertigo, Train, they were all relatively close, 11-16 at worst, and 13-16 at best. So whatever success they found on Dust 2 previously versus MIBR, doesn't look like we're going to see that today. But hey, it's not too late. Once again, we've got the double AWPs out, Som and Automatic once more. So Daps will be on the MP9. He always takes the worst weapon if there is one to be had in a round for his team.
As he should. As he should.
Absolutely, yeah.
Especially with high ping here. MP9 is kind of crazy to be running around the corner with 100 ping. Automatic, though, he's going to be looking for an opening pick from his team. He hasn't been the loudest opper in this series just yet, and Taco is going to find him with a great angle there. Man, Automatic, I mean, he's great in the mid rounds and late rounds, but his opening pick potential has been weirdly quiet and just kind of poor so far from what I've seen this game.
Bentet has no help if there is a push. Fer, of course, is creeping. I just love Fer, man. I just love Fer as a player. He is fantastic. He just has no fear and just doesn't care. He's cleared blue. He's got a crab walk peek for Bentet as well, and down he goes. No one was in position. But Kusa's finally on the AWP. Love to see it. About damn time. He'll never hold it for long, though. Daps has been taken out elsewhere.
Oh!
Fallen's got a bomb. Kusta's just deleting everybody. He's being teased now. He knows there's a one behind him, but does Fallen risk trying to flank him with that bomb? He realizes probably not.
Wow.
He's got the information now. Som makes his way up cap, but he knows the bomb is towards long. You can see the communication on the radar. Som turns around. They know a player's on A, but the priority is Fallen with the AWP, and he realizes what's going on as well. Mad comms going on, and now Kusta's alone versus 2.
Such an important duel that Fallen just won. Kusta, he's done such a great job to stabilize this round, but it's going to be a miracle if he wants to retake this. It looks like Fallen and Taco, they're trying to make sure they find out exactly where Kusta is. And wow, this flank from Kusta, this might actually work out for him if he peeks. Oh, no, Kusta, now he gives up his position. And Fallen, wow, he's been so fast. I mean, that was actually a really good jiggle from Kusta, all things considered, but what a recovery there from Gen.G, but still, it slips away at the end. Just
desperate times, man.
Yeah.
There was so much going on with those few players remaining at the end of that round, but poor Kusta doesn't quite make it there. That's really unfortunate. Probably caught by surprise by that short plant.
Yeah, he did not see that coming, and now we're going to see the final buy potentially from Gen.G coming out, and it's not looking pretty. 3 MP9s, a scout from Automatic, and Som, he's got the only real automatic rifle in this round. MIBR, they might make this a quick affair on Gen.G's map pick here.
Automatic falling back. Oh boy, denial of information. Kusta trying to play aggressive on Cat with the MP9. He's got Bento behind him to drop a flashbang around the corner. They're currently mollied off. He's put a smoke down. In the meantime, MIBR could simply make plays towards the B bomb side. A crowd pick from Ferber. Automatic takes his face off. He has support from Som holding the tunnel, but there's no push just yet. Plan B from MIBR. Kusta taken down in the smoke. Bento as well. Victimized Gen.G on all over the map, really.
Automatic, he's still trying to get his team back in this round. He's able to take down K&G, but it's going to be a long A plant, actually. I don't think MIBR cleared this out. That is a risky plan, I think. But Mayern, full confidence in his teammate covering him. Taco, though, such an important 1v1 against Som here. Who's going to come out on top? Taco is able to take him down.
There goes Tapsing, Automatic. He gets instant traded. The numbers game too great. 16-7. MIBR win every single round in that second half. Absolutely monstrous from them. And that's the MIBR you want to see. They came into this with just some of the crappiest stats I've seen. 17%, that's awful. But now that has gone up ever so slightly. A strong game from them.
Yeah, crazy game from Fur, and I want to give a shout out to Taco. 22-9. That is a crazy kill-death ratio, and he has had some majorly impactful rounds for them.
Indeed, he has. Plenty of plays on the B-bomb side, some of which I'm sure will be spoken about on the desk. They will see you after the break.